Yesterday I was trying to make a grilled cheese and my bread fell on the floor right on the buttered side. It was a tragic moment, but it got me thinking about something much worse. It made me think about impossible decisions. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're not playing Blocks Fruits or Adopt Me. Today we're going to hack your brain. We're going to talk about something that's been glitching out humanity for decades. I'm talking about the trolley problem. But since explaining it with real people is a bit dark and YouTube might demonetize me, let's imagine we're in a Roblox obby. One of those cart ride into 1,000 miles games that are always broken. Imagine you're the server admin. You have absolute power. You're watching a train car, a cart that has lost its brakes. It's going full speed, glitched out, clipping through textures. On the main track, there are 5 noobs. They're just standing there AFK, probably went to the bathroom or they're watching TikTok. They aren't moving. If the cart keeps going straight, it's going to wipe them off the map. Game over for all 5 of them. But you, sitting in the control booth, have a lever. If you pull the lever, the cart switches tracks. You feel powerful, don't you? The problem is that on that second track, there's another player. There's only one. A chill guy, maybe he's farming XP or just enjoying the view. If you flip the switch, you save the 5 noobs, but you send this poor innocent guy back to the lobby. This is where your brain's server crashes. What do? Do you do nothing and let 5 people die, or do you act and become directly responsible for eliminating one? Most of you pragmatic gamers would say you pull the lever. It's basic math. 5 is greater than 1. Saving 5 lives is worth more than just 1. We call this utilitarianism. The father of this idea was a guy named Jeremy Bentham. Basically, this dude was the ultimate philosophy min-maxer. He thought that morality is like leveling up stats in an RPG. For Bentham, the right thing to do is whatever maximizes happiness for the greatest number of people. If you have to ban one person so that 5 can play happily, you hit that ban button without a second thought. It's like when you sacrifice an NPC to get a legendary item. You feel bad, yeah, but the final result is better for your inventory. The end justifies the means. But wait, here comes the plot twist. Another philosopher enters the chat. His name is Immanuel Kant, and he's the typical player who has read the terms of service word for word. Kant would tell you not to even think about touching that lever. For him, there are universal rules that cannot be broken, no matter the consequences. Killing is wrong. Period. If you move the lever, you are actively choosing to kill that lone person. You become a killer. If you do nothing, it's a tragedy, but it's not your fault. It's just the lag of destiny. Kant is deontological. This means he cares about duty and rules, not the final score of the match. He believes that people aren't just a means to an end. They aren't NPCs you can just use. For Kant, every player has infinite value. You can't just add and subtract lives like they're Robux. So, according to him, you stand still and watch the disaster with a poker face. Okay, now let's crank up the difficulty. We're going to install a mod that complicates things. Imagine the same scenario. The cart is about to run over the 5 noobs. But this time, there's no lever. You're on a bridge over the tracks, and next to you is a very large man. An avatar with the big head body pack, super heavy. You know enough about game physics to know that if you push this big guy onto the tracks, his hitbox is so large that it'll stop the train. He'll die, but the 5 noobs will be saved. The math is the same as before. 1 dies, 5 live. Bentham, the utilitarian, would tell you to push him. Do it for the team. But you hesitate. You feel dirty just thinking about it. This is the interesting part. In surveys, almost everyone pulls the lever in the first case, but almost nobody pushes the big guy in the second. Why? If the result is exactly the same. It's because pulling a lever is an indirect mechanic. It's just pressing E to interact. But pushing someone with your own hands feels personal. It feels like real PvP. Our morality has bugs. We evolved to live in small tribes, not to manage complex railway systems. Our base moral code hasn't been patched for these dilemmas. There's another even crazier variant. Imagine you're a doctor in a Roblox hospital. You have 5 patients who need urgent transplants or their health bar will run out, and a healthy guy walks in for a routine checkup. Would it be right to put him to sleep, take his organs, and save the other 5? Mathematically, it's the same. 1 dies, 5 live. But if you did that, nobody would ever go to the hospital again. The server would empty out. Trust in the system would collapse. This is where pure utilitarianism fails miserably. So, what's the solution? What would you do? The truth is, there is no right answer. There's no strategy guide or YouTube tutorial that can solve it for you. These dilemmas exist to show us that ethics is complicated, that we aren't machines processing data. We're players trying not to get banned by our own conscience. Maybe the lesson is that we should avoid putting ourselves in situations where we have to choose between people's lives. We should fix the train tracks before the cart breaks. Next time you're in a game and you have to choose between saving your friend or winning the match, remember Kant and Bentham fighting it out in your head. And above all, watch out for trains. Seriously, in Roblox they always glitch and go flying. Don't trust the physics in this game. If you enjoyed this philosophy rant, hit the like button. That action is utilitarian, it makes me happy, and doesn't hurt anyone. Win-win. Subscribe if you don't want the big guy to show up in your room tonight. Just kidding. Or am I? See you at the next respawn. Peace out, guys.